Good morning. I am Debbie Chronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here this morning to show you a fun project. Sorry, I have not been here for the last 3 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks. I got the flu, and I'll tell you what, guys, get your flu shot. I cannot get one, so I always appreciate when people around me get them, because that keeps me from getting the flu. But I got it this year, so it's been a rough 3 weeks. I'm going to try to do this today, and hopefully it'll work without me sneezing, coughing, and carrying on. So excuse me if I do. And it's going to be a short one. I have a really fun project. This is the end of celebration, so it ends in February. So you'll want to make sure that you get your orders in before the end of the month to get the free products that you want. There's some fun free products out there. And what I'm going to show you today has nothing at all to do with celebration. If you want to see some fun celebration things, you can go on my website and you'll see some there, and I'll continue to post some of them. Okay, this is the card we're going to make today. And if you're in one of my clubs, you know how to make it. You've already done it. But this was a fun, easy card, and it's watercoloring, but it's watercoloring with a twist. So today I am going to use 8.5 by 5.5 crumb cake that is scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to use a piece of Pretty Peacock that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of basic white, and that is 3 3/4 by 5. So the basic white is what we're going to work on. And let me grab something. Okay, so we're going to take that, and I have Lost Lagoon is the color that I've chosen for my sky, and I'm just going to put a block into it and just ink it up there real good. And then I am going to use the metallic enamel, and this is the basics. It comes with 3 different colors. It's got copper, silver, and gold. We're going to use the gold today. And I'm just going to drop some of that right onto here. We need a little more than that. You want to get a good, healthy amount just because you want it to show. If you look at this card, it's just got, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's real shimmery. So it's got a beautiful shimmer to it. Makes a wonderful guide card. I'm going to drop a little bit of water on here, just like a drop or two, maybe. Come on. There we go. And then I want to mix this. Now, when I start mixing it, I want to mix it really good. See how it's got lumps in it still? I want to make sure that it mixes really, really good into my color here. There we go. And pull all that color in. Okay, I'm going to put another drop of water just so it's real watery. So when I go to brush, it will do well. You don't have to go all the way across. I'm just going to swish. This is one of our brushes, our water painters. And it comes, there's 3 in a pack. And it makes it super simple. I'm just going to swish it across here. Get a little bit at the top. I'm going to go a little bit further. And I've used the entire amount. Okay, good. So I'm going to clean my brush off. And to clean my brush off, I'm just going to squeeze it so that the water comes out. And brush it on my trusty rag here. This little rag gets thrown out every month. Because by the end of the month, it's got glue on it. It's got everything you can imagine on it. Okay, so then I'm going to close this up. And I'm going to pull out my crumb cake. And I'm going to do the same thing with crumb cake. So you could use any 2 colors. You could use 10 colors if you wanted to. And make a rainbow. All right, and then I'm going to add my shimmer. My enamel effects here. And some water. Come on, water. Doesn't want to come out of my brush. I know I have water in there. Oh, it's coming out. Okay, it came out. I just couldn't see it. And mix it in there really good. So I want it, see how this has got a little piece here? I don't want any of that. I want it all to mix in really, really well. I have something else in there too. Must have been something on my pad. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little bit more water to that because I want it liquidy. And I'm just going to brush the bottom. And I think I want a little bit of darkness in there. Yeah, so I'm just going to go back and pick up. And just blend those. Okay, let's clean that off again. And just squeeze that water until it runs clear. My poor little brush here. Am I weak? I'm wondering. Can't get that water out of there. And then clean off my block. Okay, now you want to let this sit and dry. Definitely want it to completely dry. Otherwise you will have, what will happen is when you stamp with your Memento, it will run and it won't look nice. So I'm going to bring my Memento in. I'm going to put this over here, and I did one earlier, and let it dry. Sorry. And so this is the one we're going to use. And I am using the Happy Birthday from Sketched Butterflies. And of course, you know, you could use any greeting at all. And I'm going to stamp that up in the top right-hand corner. I think I used a different color ink on the other one. And then, and they will curl. They just curl like that because you've gotten water paper wet. I did not use watercolor paper. I just used regular paper because I knew I wasn't going to be rubbing it or pressing on it a lot or going over it a lot. So I could get away with that. If you're going to be putting a lot on, then you want to use watercolor paper for this project. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the little wisp here. I don't know what it is, the weeds from Oceanfront for that. So, and I'm just going to go right in here. And my second one will be down here. And that is pretty much it, other than putting the card together. It's really simple, but I wanted to show you how you could use the Crystal Effects metallic enamel effects. We used to have a Crystal Effects. And for this, for putting it on, because it is curling, I am going to use Stampin' Seal Plus because I want it to stay down. And let's close up this pad before I put my hand in it. And let's get a silicone mat. Oh, something on my mat. Because it kind of has a mind of its own right now. You could use these and just do a little dot and let them dry, and they make bling. You can make your own bling with those. Let's see, what else can you do with those? I imagine you could just put them right on a card, and of course you have to let it dry. They do take time to dry. So, but I wanted to show you how to use those today, and just making it a quick, simple card. And see, it's still, when you are done, let it set, because you can see it's smeared a little bit because I put my hands on it. So, yeah, after you've stamped it, let it set. It might be better to use StazOn on it. That's what I'm thinking. So to keep it from smearing, because see, I have a smear up here as well. So I would say use StazOn ink instead of the Memento, because the Memento is an alcohol-based, and we used water. We used a water-based ink and a water-based, and the water on it, you know. So everything we did is water-based and Memento is alcohol. So my recommendation is to use the Stays On. I would use this next time I did it instead. And that way it won't smear. It will dry and it'll be okay because this one's not smearing now. And that one's dried. And I know that's Memento. So if you just leave it alone and don't touch it, don't put it on there for a while. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you are all staying healthy and well. And I will be here next week for sure with a fun project. And you can find the instructions for this on my blog at stampwithdeb.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.